live, live, World War, and God. Does God care for World War? He or she does care. Why it should care? Because care is born out of fear. War is not far from fear. Is war necessary? It is both yes and no. Whether you know or you do not know that new is born out of the old. A doctor, a surgeon, take a knife and dissect the cancer cells or bad cells from the body. Is it making a war? Then that war is for good. But all this erupt and start from the mind, the ego, which does not want to understand itself. Because if it understands itself, it dies. Therefore, ego is the other name of fear, because the survival of ego is fear. Man made means mind made. But when you are a 5-year-old or child, you are in the pure innocence, or you're intact with the real self. Then you are giggling and bubbling, and everything appears in the child, crying, watching, observing all that happens on the screen of the eagerness. That's how. Why did not God stop the wars? Because it is born out of ignorance. Ignorance means unclarity. Each minute, moment, there is war and peace. When you eat wrong food, then there is war within you, in your stomach. When you take long or bad drinks, you don't sleep. In everyday life, this is going on. There is seeking the real peace in the outside. It does not find more similar, like you are trying to find your own real self in the wrong self. What that means, right self and wrong self. Suppose there are 10 self in a, and you put your pen or watch in the first one, and you're looking at others the same way. The seeker is seeking the seeker. But if you want to figure it out, watch it. Like the screen and 5 channels to 9 channels, but the screen is not part of it. Part of it means, does it favor channel 5 and not channel 3? It does favor if it is analyzing, but is way beyond. Like a real surgeon, doctor does not say, oh, where you come from, what is your name? No, he is focused the same way. The screen does not think and analyze. The screen of the computer. Is there a state of being that? Yes, yes, yes. When you stop becoming, but you are trapped into the shadow of becoming. Becoming means time bound. And being was What is being? When you when you start looking at the veil of becoming, then you already are. Now there are holy scriptures, holy masters will indicate toward that, point out what is becoming, what is restless, what is no mind. And instead of understanding that, people start try to calculate, figure out the master's voice. Who is this guy? What is he wearing? Where is he from? Hey, nobody, nothingness. Just observe who is looking, who is listening, who is seeking. That's all. Then the object evaporate and settle down in itself. So it is the simpler than the simplest of all time. Like a jeweler take 5 minutes or 5 hours to find out what is real diamond and unreal diamond and fake diamond. The real jeweler knows in a snap, in a second of no time. And remember, when you are in the truth, of the truth, by the truth, for the truth, remain in the truth, mean the light, then what happens? Blessings shower on you, wealth, health, everything you can imagine, because it include all expectations of the mind effortlessly. Effortlessly means of no time. It already is. Blessing is already certifiedly given to you. It's your birthright. Birthright means you are God itself. But again and again, you disclaim it and get confused by your own mind, because you're in the habit of becoming poor, poor, and the poorest. The real wealth is the being the real, nothing but the real, which is not in becoming, which is not in the effort, which is not in reading books. All they point out that get out of the mind. No mind is already in the heart. Now, some people get out of the mind through sex, drug, rock and roll, different kind of psychic drugs. Those are temporary illusions like the real sky and the picture of the sky, but not the sky itself, like the real rose and the picture of a rose. So, because you cannot out of the truth, you cannot step out of the real self, even if you die. Why? Because it is the great death, means which is not in time bound. Only body mind appear as a bubble, disappear again, form, take form, appear, disappear in the formless. Again and again, yo-yo. It's no coming, no going. It already is. It already is. Then you can take hours and years to run around from one corner to another corner of the earth. You will not find it because it's not in finding. When you stop coming and going and finding and seeking, Tatvam Asi, thou art that already, then you will meet new avenues, new masters. Even Sadguru Ramana Maharishi, you can talk to, but is the language of silence. But when you are in the absolute silence, a new chapter, new language opens in your heart, which talk to you as you're listening now. Same way, just like you are watching channel 5, you have to stop the channel 5 to watch 7. Same way, it's a different quality of being when you go through inward silence. This cannot be taught, cannot be caught. So the traditions tell, go to the masters, serve them, touch their feet. All the traditional ways and techniques are pointers. Those are pointer toward, but people are, the mind is used to grab and eat the finger because this is, the mind is greedy, bastard, exploiting. All those techniques accelerate. Why? Because this is Kali Yuga and it all, the screen of the light manifest, reflect it into different forms. It's all the same light. It may have 7 colors, rainbow colors, Vibgyo, white, indigo, blue, blah, 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 but all this is a dance. That's why called the Shiva, the dancing god. Praise the Lord of the Lord for the Lord. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om. If any questions, please text 323-540-3867. Never any charges, donations, money needed. Why? Because already is perfectly perfect. You cannot add on to it. Like what donation you can give to a dead body. The same way, no mind, no time, no giving, no receiving. It already is fulfilled. Like the sunlight. Does it expect I will give sunlight to blue people, not black people? Just observe the, the oxygen, the prana. Does it decide? Does it think? So there is such a intoxication of being. Why? Because no more desire eh, comes, no more robbing desires are there. Before it start, already fulfilled. But the world does not buy the truth, does not want to buy the truth unless you make it appear in a package. But that is also a part of the drama. So let's make some movies and music for being is no thing, no thing means being. Things are not needed in the state of being because all things come to you automatic. Om Shanti. Oh, Lenny, yeah, be careful. Slowly, slowly. Yeah, bump, yeah. But that is both plus minus that wake you up.
Yep. If you stumble, you wake up
Yeah,
real quick.
yeah. So I was, it's 11:29. I made one tape of the Guru Ramana Maharishi.
Okay.
So uh,